walk in like we back again. News, tea, jokes and spins. She don't do small talk, she go in. From the headlines to the comment section, she call names with no correction. You tuned in, don't act brand new. It's late night, baby, she got that view.
It's late night with Shay.
She say what she want, then laughs all day. Live on Shay's tube, press replay. You thought I let game, get back again.
It's late night with Shay.
She say what she want, then laughs all day. Live on Shay's tube, press replay. You thought I left, nah, I'm back again. Popcorn ready, wig on alert. She dropped one line, and somebody hurt. Talk show queen with a side of roast. She run this thing from coast to coast. Late on purpose, still on time. She hit you with shade, then call it a rhyme. Talk smart, talk slick, talk flame. Say the name right, yeah, late night with Shay.
It's late night with Shay.
She say what she want, and laughs all day. Live on Shay's tube, press replay. You thought I left, nah, I'm back again.
It's late night with Shay.
She say what she want, and laughs all day. Live on Shay's tube, press replay. You thought I left, nah, I'm back again. That's right. News, drama, laughs, whatever else you feel like. One mic, one queen. Late night with Shay. On Shay's tube, she back again.
It's late night with Shay.
Yeah, she say what she want and laughs all day. Live on Shay's tube, press replay. You thought I left, nah, I'm back again.
It's late night with Shay.
She say what she want and laughs all day. Live on Shay's tube, press replay. You thought I left, nah, I'm back again. Yeah.
I'm the dog. I don't know nothing. Yeah, it's real clear now. Yeah, Micah say I'm the dog, but you bark for clout. Tail wagging on live, just running your mouth. I don't know nothing. Yeah, that much true. Brain offline every time you hit new. Trying to act slick, but you goofy as hell. Got slogans on loop like a broken spell. Repetitive content, you say it with pride. But bro, no bark, no bite, just hide. You the dog, more like the flea. Jump on trends, then beg for a seat. I don't know nothing. Clearly, bruh, that's your whole brand and your whole shtick, huh? Dog with a mic, but no real sound. Loud online, but quiet when found. Your subs just scroll, your views decay. Whole channel look like a throwaway. Micah in the vids like, look at me cook. But it's burnt ass takes and recycled hooks. Trying to be funny, but it's awkward and dry. That dog act tired, go lay down and cry. You make 10 vids off one small clip, stretch nothing for minutes, man, that ain't it. You say I'm the dog, yeah, mud on a leash. Pacing in circles, praying for peace. I don't know nothing, facts that's deep. Every upload feels like a low effort leap. Clickbait king with no real throne. Live stream talk but dead when alone. Merch weak, bars weaker. Talk like a beast, but your ego cheaper. Say less, post less, do more, doubt it. Micah, we laugh, now we clowning around it. So keep barking, dog, but this ain't your yard. You bit off more than your weak rap can guard. Next time you stream, say it with your chest. I don't know nothing, yeah, we guessed. Game over. Yeah, we guessed. Yeah, Micah in the viz. Hey, new bird, little bird, then you weaker. You next time you stream, say it with your chest. I don't know nothing. Yeah, we guessed. Game over. Yeah. dog, more like the flea. Jump on trends, then beg for a seat. I don't know nothing. I don't know nothing. Clearly, bro, that's your whole brand and your whole shtick, huh? Dog with a mic, but no real sound. Loud online, but quiet when found. Your subs just scroll, your views decay. Whole channel look like a throwaway. Mike got in the Viv. Look, grind your grind and your weak rap. Yeah. Next time you stream, say it with your chest. I don't know nothing.
I don't know nothing.
Yeah, we guessed.
We
Game
guessed.
over. I'm the dog. I don't know nothing. Yeah.
Hey, okay, y'all. Okay, one more song. I got a new one for y'all. Hold on. Oh my gosh. Here we go.
You a drug boy parading in a fake man suit, claim you rich, but you broadcasting from your sister's room. Foreclosed, evicted, embarrassed, and dissed. Now you live stream sadness with a cash app twist. Used to brag like a mogul, now you beg like a simp. All that flexing online, but your hustle limp. Told Shane you had millions, where on the Sims? Your teeth dry, your lives wet, your whole aura grim. You call yourself the dog now, more like a flea. Crawling in comments while begging for a fee. Ratchet don't want you, Shane curved you with grace. Now you obsessed, pressing live with that crust on your face. Your mind ain't loyal, K-Marie just clocking. As long as the money talking, she keep fake rocking. But you broke now, so that ship sail fast. She just another scammer watching dumb dudes crash. You call her a queen, you a donor, not a king. You pay for her silence, she just goes in the stream. She laugh at your pain, she mute while you rage. But still take that tip while you cry on stage. And terrain, that's your hype man clown, feeding you fake wins while he laugh in town. You think that's support? Nah, that's a joke. A gay best lies in a borrowed coat. You surround yourself with yes men and pay mods, while real ones drag your name through God's blogs. You ain't built for this. No spine, no heart, just a grown-ass boy playing victim with a chart. And you mad at Shay for what? Telling the truth that you ain't rich, ain't fly, ain't own no booth. You got booted from property like a pest in June. Now your whole channel screaming, please donate soon. Your breath scream eviction, your spirit smell like loss. Your bars bounce like checks and your tone crisscross. You a legend in your mind, a bum in the stats. Whole life's a cap, you just vibes and hats. Ain't nobody respect you, not even your moms. You the king of delusion, praying to frauds and shade. She living unbothered, blessed, while you melt down daily in a Dollar Tree vest. So here's your truth, you're done, your name's cooked. Your story's been told, your soul's been shook. This ain't a diss track, this a digital hearse. Micah, this the moment where you reimburse the universe. It's the sound of your rap getting unplugged. It's the sound of your rap getting unplugged.
All right, y'all. All right. All right, y'all. That's the new one. I don't know if I played that one before, but yeah, I told you I had a few of them and stuff. But anyway, welcome to Shades Tube, guys, and thank you so much for tuning in. Oh, no, not that. Let's do this. No. We're not trying to go to sleep. Wait. Man, I like these little things in the background. I'm about to get some different music that's not copyright. But anyway, thank you guys so much for tuning in, okay, to Shades Tube, Night Owl Talk Time. Hey, Jermaine, you know we need to do? You need to make me out of an owl. Okay, that's what you need to do. Like this mermaid right here, you need to do an owl so I can put it up there. But anyway, again, thanks to everybody for tuning in. Welcome to everybody in the bushes, everybody who watches this in the replay over here in the chat. We got Black Vigilance TV up in the place to be. We got Tony Vance in the place to be. And let's see, and Jermaine in the place to be. What's up, Jermaine? He said, enjoying the show. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share the stream. Want to support, send a super chat or a super sticker or use Cash App at $Shades Tube. Thank you, Jermaine. Let's go ahead and do this copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, education, and research. That entire copyright disclaimer is in my description area. Some of it is going across that banner, and it will be in my comment area as soon as I get a chance to put it there, okay? Guys, if you enjoyed this content tonight, make sure that you thumbs up this video. Also, if you are not subscribed to the channel, make sure you subscribe below and hit that bell notification so you can be notified of any upcoming videos. Make sure you share and leave a comment, and thank you guys so much for all that you do, all of your support. Happy and blessed month of June. Happy born day to all of my June babies, and happy and blessed Monday for me, Tuesday for you guys. All right. And I hope you guys had a great day. All right. I hope you guys tuned into my earlier video, the Country Wayne reaction video. If you watch Country Wayne, make sure you go check that video out. And I may do another one tomorrow if I get a chance to. If not tomorrow, then Wednesday. I may do it tomorrow, though, because it's a lot of interesting things happened today on Country Wayne. I think a couple more skits came out today, and they are pretty good. So I may do one on that one live. Yeah. But anyway, we are going to be talking about day 14 of Diddy's trial. And Mia was back on the stand again. So we're going to talk about her testimony. It says that the defense goes after Mia. Okay, so we're going to talk about all of that. And I'm going to ask you guys, does Diddy get a pass, or is his ass grass? What do you think? Just let me know in the comment section. Does Diddy get a pass, or is his ass grass? All right, y'all need to tell me what y'all think. Okay, so go get you something to eat, a relaxing seat, bed, chair, whatever, something to drink. If you are at work, continue to do your job, but listen or either watch me on the down low. And let's go ahead and get ready to do this live. All right, let me turn that music down a little bit. Oh, man, let's see. Let's turn it down just a little bit. Let's turn it down here. I want to hear it, so I won't be falling asleep up here. Okay, so first thing first, guys, let's go ahead and do a recap of the Diddy's trial today. Okay, we're going to do a recap. Let me get some water real quick. Okay, hold on for 1 second. Let me do this. I got to get my notes out, y'all. I got to get them. If I can, shit. Okay, so anyway, this is a recap first, okay, regarding what went on today in day 14 of the Diddy's trial. And let me change this banner up here and put that up there real quick. Let's edit this and change that to day 14. That way we can keep track of this. I don't know why I'm always asking Jermaine what day, and it's right here in front of me. Okay, so anyway, guys, let me go ahead and do this. I got to go all the way back, all this stuff. So anyway, like I said, Amaya's cross-examination continued today. Combs' defense attorney, Brian Steele, continued his cross-examination of Mia for her third day on the stand. Now, the defense continued to focus on perceived inconsistencies in her testimony in public image versus her private claims of abuse. Anyway, Steele pressed her on her social media posts. He continued to present her with old social media posts, including birthday wishes and affectionate messages she sent to Combs after the alleged sexual assaults she described. Now, the defense aims to show that her public persona contradicts her claims of fear and trauma. Lack of immediate reporting. The defense questioned why Maya, is it Mia or Maya? Why Maya did not immediately report the alleged sexual assaults to authorities or even to her own lawyers when she left Combs' employment in 2017 and received a settlement. And I'm asking the same questions, you guys. I mean, even if you did not want to talk to the police because you said that Sean, or you think that Sean Diddy Combs had control of the police, right? Had them on payroll, allegedly. So if you didn't want to go to them, why didn't she go to her lawyer and let her lawyer know? Because then her lawyer could have helped her. Okay, that's what they're there for. He or she could have guided her, toward the right steps and to someone that they can trust. So I don't understand, if this man did all of these things to her, why didn't she talk about these things to her lawyer? Okay. Anyway, Maya's explanations and resilience. Maya maintained her testimony, explaining her past behavior as a consequence of fear, brainwashing, and a desire to survive within a toxic and chaotic work environment. What? You could have just left. She could have left, you guys. Why are these people acting like they couldn't have just left? Now I can't talk, y'all. She took back what she said. No, I'm sorry. She clarified, she confirmed that she was terrified of Combs and his power, okay, believing he could destroy her career or retaliate against her if she spoke out. She explained that she had planned to pass on with those stories, okay, and had only recently disclosed the full extent of the alleged abuse to prosecutors in June 2024. She also stated that she suffers from severe PTSD and has been unable to work since leaving Combs' employment. So it is anticipated that Maya's cross-examination will conclude soon, possibly later today or early Tuesday. Once she is finished, the prosecution is expected to call other witnesses. Reports indicate that an alleged victim identified as Jane is the next woman expected to testify about ex-trafficking allegations. Other witnesses, such as a supervisor at the Intercontinental Hotel, where the 2016 Cassie assault video was filmed, and radio personality Enrico Santos, may also be called. The trial is in its fourth week. It is expected to continue for several more weeks as the prosecution presents its case. So that's somewhat of a summary of some of the things that happened today. Let's see what Mia said. Oh, yeah. You keep on taking up for that girl. Yeah, it definitely sounds, well, that's what you said anyway. Let's see. So her testimony did conclude today after 3 days on the stand. Okay, let's see here. Let's see what else she got here. So here we go. It's a lot of stuff. Hold on, y'all. Let's see if I can read this correctly. Is her name Maya or Mia? I was going to pronounce her name. I think it's Mia, right? Is it Mia or Jermaine? Just say yes. Is it Mia? Let me get some water while I wait for his. It's Mia. Okay, thank you. Shay's too bit slow. Mia, okay. I know y'all laughing in them damn bushes, man. This girl is slow as hell with these words pronunciations. Okay, but anyway, y'all know. Even Tony laughing. Okay, but anyway, thanks, Jermaine. Okay, Mia, I'll get it now. It's like the time when I went to my doctor's office and he was telling me, we was reading over some things online. and I kept on saying the word incorrectly, right? It was a medical term, right? I'm not joking. The doctor said it like just like Jermaine just did it, okay? And I'll tell you straight up, I remember how to say the term now. It was so damn funny though. But I had to write it the way it sounds so I can remember to say it like that. Really? Ooh, so you got a picture of it? Of her face? Mia. Okay, so but that's not her real name, you know that. You got a picture, send it to me on my message. I'm not gonna show it on here. I just want to see what she looks like. Anyway, so today, Monday, June the 2nd, 2025, Mia, the alleged victim and former personal assistant, testifying under a pseudonym, concluded her testimony in the Diddy trial. She was on stand for a total of 3 days. Again, during her cross-examination by Diddy's defense attorney, Brian Steele, Mia was ostensibly questioned about social media posts. Brian Steele presented numerous social media posts, texts, and a birthday video that Mia has sent to Combs after the alleged sexual assaults she described. These included affectionate messages, praise for him as a mentor, and well wishes. Now, that one particular birthday wish that that the judge went off about earlier today, and then he actually let them go ahead and use it. I'm still trying to figure out why did the judge go off at first about it, and then he ended up letting them use that, because I think it actually, did good for them to, be allowed to present that for the jury to see and for everybody else to see. Because we need to also, not only do we need to find out about Sean Combs' behavior and etc., we also need to find out about hers as well. We got to make it fair, right? We got to. Anyway, Mia explained that she posted these messages as a facade. I think that's how you pronounce that, especially on Instagram, to show a great life, even if it wasn't true. She stated that using terms like love was common within the family culture of Combs and employees. She also testified that she was brainwashed and that her highs were really high and the lows were really low in the environment of working for Combs, leading to huge confusion and trusting her instincts. She said she felt she had to post such content as part of her job and for self-preservation, adding, when he was happy, I was safe. Okay. Anyway, they asked her again about her lack of immediate reporting. Attorney Steele also pressed Mia on why she did not report the alleged sexual assaults to authorities or even to her own lawyers when she left Combs' employment in 2017. She testified that she was still deeply ashamed and had intended to pass on with this secret due to the fear of Combs' power in his wrath, in the belief that she wouldn't be believed and would be wiped out or made out to look like she was crazy. She only decided to come forward after others started speaking out against Combs, and she disclosed the full extent of the alleged abuse to prosecutors in June 2024 after retaining legal counsel. Okay, let's see here. So I still listen. I understand what she's saying, okay? But a lot of years have passed, all right? And a lot of people were making accusations and allegations about Sean Combs, saying he participated in certain things. He was responsible, allegedly, for Kim's Porter unaliving. They still had rumors going around about Cassie getting abused by him, and so much. So you mean to tell me all that time she did not feel confident to speak out to her attorney about all of this? It let her attorney see and figure out what she should be do what she should do and how she should do it so she can stay safe. And another thing is this right here. I still ask this question. How can you feel so safe now when he has even more money, even more power, you feel safe to come out and tell just because other people are speaking out? Are those people going to keep her safe or anything? Just say if something were to go down. So I don't understand that. I don't understand how you can be scared, back then, but you're still not scared now. I mean, maybe she has security, armed security, and everything else. I don't know, because it seems to me, at least if it was me, if I was scared to say something back then, but I did get my settlement right now, I don't know if I would still be saying anything. I want to be perfectly honest, because I'll be thinking that he has more money now, he has probably more power, and no telling who he is connected to. So I would probably not even be saying anything, especially since I got a settlement. So that's like a payment. So I don't know. I just don't understand all these people waiting around. I mean, 1 or 2 years, maybe even 5 years, but 10, 15 years and things like that, that's kind of strange. All right. So anyway, PT, PTSD. Okay. She again stated that she suffers from severe complex PTSD as a result of her experiences with Combs, and she has been unable to hold a job since 2017. Well, she described how um, weird events like phone calls from Combs could trigger extreme fear. All right. Okay, so Combs just called her, right? So what about getting your number changed and making it private so he can't get it? And I know he has money, and when people have a lot of money, they can do certain things, but still just change your number and just make it private and just take all types of measurements. So then you wouldn't have to, worry about him calling and things like that, even move. But, if I'm not mistaken, she was still contacting him through text messaging and things like that. So anyway, she was questioned about a 2019 text message to Combs, where she described a nightmare of being trapped in an elevator with R. Kelly, and Combs came to her rescue as her protector. Okay, so if this man, hold up, this is so weird. So she contacted him okay, she contacted him in 2019 in a text message. If this dude did all of these awful crimes to this lady, why is she still contacting him in 2019 and then telling him about a dream? And he's doing all this stuff to her. Okay, he's raping her, he's beating her, he's holding her against her will, he's threatening her, he's doing the most, making her do odd things, cracking his knuckles, and no telling what else what they were doing. So she's going to dream about him rescuing her from R. Kelly. This is weird, you guys. I don't know what's going on here. Anyway, she said Combs came to her rescue as her protector. How would you be able to dream? And I know sometimes, you can't kind of think about stuff and make yourself dream about things. But for the most part, why would you have a dream that he is the protector if he was abusing you and doing the most? It seemed like you would be dreaming about him trying to, do things to you, and somebody else is the protector. Now, she did explain that she did love Sean Combs, who protected her from the other versions of himself. Okay. But the thing about, I understand that she did love this dude, maybe in different type of ways. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what it sounds like to me. I don't know if that's true or not. I understand that part of it. But the thing about it, if this dude, right, that's what I'm saying. It definitely does. But it seems to me if this dude actually raped her, it was beating her, assaulting her, trapping her in the house, forbidding her to leave, to talk to her family members, and just so many things. How would you even look at him in a good way at all? And I do understand that she had to allegedly she had to pretend like everything was okay and he was the greatest thing and all that because she didn't want to get, I guess, hit again or whatever the case is. But the thing is, why would you just stand around and wait around and continue to work for this dude? And don't use the age, because this lady was about 25 years old at the time, right? Or somewhere around that time. And after being around him, for the time she was around him, even if she would have stayed there for 2 or 3 years, damn, you know this dude very well by that time. So, I mean, it seemed like to me you would be basically setting up some type of plan to leave, to get away from him. You see what I'm saying? Even if that meant to leave and go to a different state where he does not know. He does not know you're there. You know what I'm saying? This is weird. This whole entire thing is strange to me. It is very strange. I mean, she was trapped in an elevator with R. Kelly, and Combs came to her rescue as her protector. I'm so glad I'm not on that jury. Okay. Because I definitely have some doubts about all of this. I really do. I don't know. They should have asked her that, because I mean, this is crazy. Because to me, it sounds like, it seems like their relationship was a little bit more deeper than what she's saying. Okay. And I don't know if they had consensual, and then sometimes it was non-consensual. I don't know, but I think it's more to that story than, what she's saying. Okay. And I don't know if I believe her entire story. I really just don't. I mean, it is so weird. You know what I'm saying? I mean, again, I do understand that, women go back to abusers and all this other stuff and stay around and take it day after day, month after month, year after year. But to get up here praising this dude, telling him happy birthday, even when she was away from him, okay? Okay, so when you're there, I can understand you want to be nice so he won't abuse you. But when you're not there anymore, you're still sending messages for what? She could have left and went to a whole different city and state and just changed everything about herself, since she thought that he would try to, retaliate. And then she said he messed up her career. And now she can't work anywhere because she's so, messed up mentally that she can't do it. She has PST, whatever you call that stuff, PTSD, right? Or is it PSTD? Post stress trauma disorder. I think I forgot what that stands for. But it's just, the whole damn thing is weird to me, y'all. I'm not gonna lie. So let's see exactly what they said when they questioned her about these text messages, these warm, affectionate text messages that really don't sound like in a boss employee relationship. It sounds like something else. Let's see if they got them up here. Oh, they're going to be talking. I don't need them talking. Let's see. Wait a minute. Hold on. Let me first see this one first. So, okay. So they think that the next person who is going to, I'm going to go back to the other thing. Remind me what I was saying. We're going to look at the messages. Okay. So don't let me forget that, Jermaine. Okay. So, so I think it's going to be a former fashion designer who filed a bombshell lawsuit accusing Sean Diddy Combs of extra battery and physical abuse. I believe that person is going to take the stand on Tuesday. All right. So I guess her name is Brianna Banna Bono Glan. I don't know how you pronounce her last name. Bongolan. I think that may be the next person. I'm not sure, 100% sure. This is according to Court TV, okay? Anyway, in 2016, she alleged that Combs groped her dangled her over a 17-story balcony, and then slammed her onto patio furniture at Cassie's LA apartment. So anyway, Cassie's former girlfriend testified last week, recounting the same violent incident described in Bana's lawsuit. Okay? Now, according to that lawsuit, the 2016 assault happened after Combs stormed into Cassie's apartment in a rage. Then he groped Bana, and hosted her over the balcony railing while shouting, "Do you know what the F you did?" Okay. Cassie screamed for him to stop, and Combs eventually pulled Bana back, only to slam her onto patio furniture. Okay. Anyway, her complaint accuses Combs of extra battery, false imprisonment, and inflicting emotional distress, among other claims. She says the balcony incident was the combination of a pattern of threats and abuse, including being force-fed ECS, TASY, and cornered during a photo shoot where Combs allegedly told her, "I'm the mother effing devil. I could unalive you." Now, I hate to say this. I really do, but I believe that. I'm going to be perfectly honest. I believe this right here. I thought I heard him in a video say something similar. I can't remember, but I thought I did. So I definitely believe that right there. Anyway, the lawsuit also details stories she heard during her time working with Combs and Cassie. Stories that fueled her fear of him. Among them, an account that Combs once threatened to blow up musician Kid Cudi's car, which did later explode, in a disturbing rumor that he had skinned a rival's dog. And if he did do that, he really needs his ass whooped. Damn. Anyway, this lady acknowledges she doesn't know whether all the stories are true. Her lawsuit says they contributed to the terror she felt leading up to the night she was alleged dangled from a balcony. The thing about, let me tell y'all something. I don't give two craps about no friendship if my boyfriend is abusive and he's abusing me. Okay, after that dangling over the balcony, I would have never seen either one of them again. I'm gonna be perfectly honest. Period. Okay, I would have got far away from them. You said, did you have X with Mr. Combs that you consider voluntarily? She replied, never. I complied because saying no means this, GUNS, or job loss. The thing about it, though, I'm still trying to figure out, why didn't these people just leave? Okay? I mean, is it because he had all the money, the power, the fame, and then they were scared? Because honestly, especially these friends, I don't think I could have, still been friends with Cassie. I'm going to be perfectly honest. I just would have separated myself from all of that and moved, because I'm not going to be, around that foolishness, all this weirdness. It's weird. It's very strange. Let's see. And the thing about it is, I wish, well, in this federal case, I don't think you have to have, I don't know if you need actual, I forgot what they call that in the federal. Let me look it up. Let's look this up. A reasonable doubt, I think. Let's see. Let's see. Hold on, y'all. Y'all know I'm looking it up. Well, you do have to say, yes, you do need proof. In a federal criminal case, the government needs to prove that a person committed a crime, and the proof must be presented beyond a reasonable doubt. So that's right, too. This means the evidence must be so strong that there is no reasonable doubt that that the defendant committed the crime. So, with that being said, I mean, do you see proof? They said the evidence must be so strong that there is no reasonable doubt that the defendant committed the crime. But is the jury that convinced, I wonder, that he actually committed all of these crimes based on these people they have on the stand? And get this, everybody that's coming up is either a friend of Cassie or an ex-friend. So, and they all, well, I don't know if they all, but some of them did witness him beating Cassie. And the only two people that I remember doing something is the other two people. I can't remember their names. The one that jumped on his back trying to stop him and things like that. And then the dude who did whatever he did, I can't remember. Those are the only two people that I remember trying to intervene. And all these other people didn't. And just get this, all of these people waited all these years to do anything about it. They covered up everything up until what, 2023? This is crazy. It's very strange. So she said, what? Nobody locks the doors but him. And bodyguards posted outside kept the open door policy from turning into an actual escape. Okay. Okay, so how did they manage to go to a foreign country then for Cassie's video photo shoot or movie, whatever she was doing? I don't know, y'all. All of this is very strange. Nobody locks doors but him. I don't know. I don't know if I recall any other people saying this right here. I mean, this could be true. I don't know for sure. And I definitely believe the bodyguards posted, standing outside guarding everything. And if the bodyguards were doing this and something criminal was happening on the inside, then why haven't they been charged? Unless they have immunity or something. Because why haven't they been charged? Because they're sitting outside guarding the doors, making sure nobody don't leave when they're trying to leave. So that means you're holding them against their will, allegedly. So how are they not charged if this is true? So let's look at her text messages. Let's see if they can put them up. Hold on. So in 2018, this girl, come on now, 2019, 2018, 2013, this does not sound like someone that's scared, that's afraid of this man, okay? Because even in domestic violence situations, when these women get away from these men and they be so scared of these men, they don't be calling these men, sending them messages and stuff like that when they are not nowhere in their vicinity anymore, okay? This girl wrote a text from 2018 wishing Sean Combs a Merry Christmas. She said, I love you so, so much. I love you so, so much. Listen, I don't know what y'all smoking. This does not sound like an employee relationship. It sounds like they was doing other things. All right, it really does. I love you so, so much. And this was in 2018. Good. What else she got going on here? Okay, let's see what other message she got. Wait, hold on, y'all. Let me see if they got anything different right here. Hold on. You said she testified she had to beg to attend her grandmother's funeral. The only time she left without Combs in 8 years. And so when she went to the doctor, Combs went with her. When she went to get physicals or all of that, the dentist, so she didn't go to a dentist appointment or anything. Okay. 24-hour surveillance, no locking out the boss, escorts on every trip, created a cage without bars. Under federal ex-trafficking law, psychological coercion and physical restraint both count as holding someone against their will. If this is true, okay, of course it is, but that's if this is true, okay? We don't know if she's telling the truth or not. Let's see here. Yeah, we don't know that 100%. So let's see what else they said with these text messages. Let's see if they got anything on here. Then she wrote another. Hold on. So she wrote another message saying life is effing insane, and supposedly it all happens for a reason in order to elevate us in our human experiences, but it's rough. And then she wrote Combs in 2020, more than 3 years after she stopped working for him. I love you with all of my heart, and I'm here for you forever. Oh, this is weird. Okay. So this man raped this lady, kept her in his house against her will. He beat her, threatened her, even messed with her pay, had her doing all types of jobs, some that she did not like doing. She also witnessed him beat the crap out of Cassie. So you mean to tell me after seeing and witnessing and being a victim yourself, after all those years, you got away, you was gone for a while, but you still managed to send this dude another text message saying, I love you with all of my heart, and I'm here for you forever. Three years after stopping working for him. So if this man made this lady so fearful, right? So scared, so afraid, when she got away from him, why was she still texting him all these years, 2018, 2020, years before that? Why was she texting him? And she cannot use that same statement saying that, she has to be like this, because Combs, is happy when, she's praising him, putting him up on a pedestal. And that way she doesn't have to worry about getting beat or something like that. She can't use that story because she didn't live with him by this time. She was in her own place. It was 3 years since she had stopped working for him. She also has some other text messages from 2019 to 2022 time frame. And she expressed love and how much she adored Combs. She said, hey, Saw, Our Doc on Netflix Top 10. Congrats, I Miss You. That was back in July 2022, you guys. I miss you. So you miss the person that was beating the crap out of you, that was raping you, that put your arm. Is this the same lady that he put her arm in the door and tried to break it? Is this the same lady? Come on now. And then she talks with her head down, playing that role of being shy, and she's so hurt and scared. Come on now. Then Combs responded, love, 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 love. And then Nia said, and I love, love, love you. This is in 2022, you guys. What is this? 2025? Does that sound like a woman that is afraid of this man? For real. Does that sound like a woman afraid of this man? Does this sound like a woman who didn't know what to do? She just really so terrified of this man. Jermaine said, look, I don't believe her. I think this whole thing is a clown show. I'm trying not to be biased, even after the settlement. Okay? So anyway, attorney still said, everything is positive and loving from you to Mr. Combs. Would you agree with that? And then Nia said, yes, of course. She quickly explained to the jury she was still brainwashed by Combs from her years working for him. She was brainwashed, but she did a whole settlement, right? In what year? So you couldn't be too brainwashed if you can go and do a whole lawsuit. Anyway, her testimony concluded today, okay? Okay, but before that happened, a prosecutor did a redirect examination where the prosecutor asked, did you post on social media as part of your job? And then Mia answered yes, adding that posting about Ciroc, Diddy Door, and the Bad Boy reunion and Combs himself were part of her job. She described her Instagram post like the highlight reel of Combs and not meant for posts about the downside of working for him, which is understandable, but she went overboard. You could have just said, I admire your, the things that you do, work and stuff like that. You don't have to say love, love, love you and all this other stuff. And then she asks, is that why you didn't post about Mr. Combs slamming Cassie's head into a bed frame? The thing about it, she answered yes. Okay, the thing about it, I don't think people would put that up on a social media post anyway. That should have been reported to, a police or someone that she can trust. And then Attorney Smizer said, is that why you didn't post about Mr. Combs throwing a computer at your head? And she said yes. And then the attorney asked, is that why you didn't post about Mr. Combs actually assaulting you? And she said yes. Yeah, okay, why would you post that? Okay, you wouldn't post it anyway. What you should have been asking, is that why you did not go to the police and report this? Not necessarily the New York police, but maybe another, area police, because she could just tell them she did not feel. I don't know how she could have did that, because I don't know how much connection he had, and he probably still has it, maybe. So I don't know how she could have did it, but I just know she should have reported it somehow, because you can't, if people are doing things like this to you or to your friends, you can't sit there and not do anything, period. So anyway, of course, this is common that Attorney Brian Steele is trying to cast doubt on me, by asking why she didn't document the abuse. And that's another thing too, even if you don't say anything, right? Even if you don't say anything to the police or anybody like that. Okay, so as soon as you find one person you can trust, it would seem like you would discuss that with that person. Now, I don't know for sure, but it just seemed like you would. Anyway, throughout his attorney Steele's cross-examination, he tried to poke holes in Mia's testimony by highlighting how she did not document the abuse she said she suffered from Combs. Okay? Even as she documented the upside. He asked, do you have any recordings of Mr. Combs berating you? Who highlighted that part of Mia's job was to carry a small camera to document Combs' life. She said, no, I would not have been allowed to record that. And then Attorney Steele said, because it's not true, is it, Mia? Your statements that you were the victim at the hands of Mr. Combs of brutality isn't true. And then Mia fired back, testifying, everything I have said in this courtroom is true. Steele also questioned Mia's account of escaping Combs with Ventura and Turks by paddleboarding out to sea. Steele asked whether if there were any text messages, emails, or photographs documenting these allegations. And she said no. Okay, no. Okay. He asked her also, was that made up by her? She said no. But the thing about it is this right here. Wait a minute, hold up. This is unbelievable. Okay, so you get out in a boat, right? So you're going to paddleboard out to the sea to get away from Combs. But whenever you guys got away from him, you went somewhere he wasn't with you. You didn't try to do the same type of escape then in a realistic setting. But you're going to wait till you get into a boat and paddleboard out into the middle of the sea to get away from him. This does not even sound right. Sounds crazy as hell. Who does this? And then Attorney Steele said, how is it that all these events have no photograph or text messages or emails from you? And then, of course, a judge stopped it after an objection. I want to know the same thing. I want to know why there are no text messages or emails or anything. Okay, I mean, it would seem like, something would be discussed, in an email or a text message or somewhere, just like when he was beating the crap out of Cassie. You mean to tell me they can take no pictures, but maybe Sean took the phones from them? But if he didn't, no one took any pictures at no time of Cassie's face or anything. At one point, prosecutors asked the judge overseeing the case to intervene. They start arguing about the humiliating cross-examination borders on harassment and could deter other crime victims from coming forward in other cases. No. You have to make sure. Listen, there are so many innocent people incarcerated. You have to make sure that a person committed a crime. Okay, so you have to really question these people, prosecution and defense attorneys, because people have tricks and they are good at tricks. So you have to do a very good cross-examination. Okay, point blank. So you said, what's up with you, Paul Bunyan? You said, I got punched, beaten, and robbed as a child. I came home, told my mom, called Popo, and handled my biz at 10. So why did they beat you up at 10 years old? You know what? And see, even your mom called the police because some situations you definitely need to call the police on, okay? Especially when it comes to rape, assault and things like that, murder and things like that. And that's nothing too. So she stayed there all these years. If this dude is, if she was so terrified of him, did she not think he was capable of unaliving her? So you would think that that would really encourage you to try to get away. And then still, attorney still questioned. Hold on, no, I just skipped over some. Still suggested Mia's time her disclosure, still suggested Mia timed her disclosure of alleged extra assault by Combs with the filing of a civil lawsuit by the singer Cassie. Cassie is the prosecution's star witness, and she has alleged that Combs abused her for decades. For a decade, I'm sorry. Her lawsuit, the starting point for the federal investigation, was settled after a day for $20 million. There was no admission of wrongdoing. Hold on, let's see it. Now, remember when I was telling you that the prosecutors were saying that Steele was embarrassing this little girl, this lady, and with this cross-examination? Anyway, Judge Abrams said he heard no yelling and saw no improper treatment, but he did caution Attorney Steele about the form of his questions, okay? So anyway, let's see here. Steele questioned why Mia did not tell federal prosecutors about her claim that Combs actually assaulted her until June 2024, 6 months after she began meeting with the authorities and 7 months after Cassie's civil lawsuit. The defense emphasized to the jury that Mia met with federal prosecutors a total of 28 times. Excuse me, y'all. Hold on for a minute. Let me cough. Hold on. He said, "Do you remember the first time you ever made a claim Mr. Combs ever actually assaulted you?" And he said the first time you made a claim was on June the 18th, 2024. She claimed that she did not remember the dates, but she did remember that horrible conversation. Anyway, on a redirect examination, Attorney Smizer asked Mia to clarify why she met so often with federal prosecutors. She said, "I met with the government so much in order to understand my story and because I was terrified and I was learning at the same time." She testified, and using Combs' earlier street name, said she was terrified of Puff. She said she has never been able to talk about her claim that Combs actually assaulted her without looking down. She said, "It's the worst thing I ever had to talk about in my life." Mm-mm-mm. So again, now they're talking about the hotel damage and how much it costs, but I'm still trying to figure out, how does this tie into, hotel damage? How does this tie into the RICO and racketeering charges and things like that? How does that tie into that? This is weird. Okay, let's see what else we got. These people have been talking about a damn spider. Hold up a second, y'all. What Lima did? I can't do this. All right, this cat. Okay. Oh, she likes that, don't she? Okay, let's see what else we got here. I'm talking about this damn cat called a spider. She what? Oh, she did with her nails. A clause? So in that other text message, the one where she said my life is over, okay, that's the one she wrote that she wanted to harm herself and that her life is over after being let go from her job in 2017. Again, I understand what the defense attorney was saying when he asked her, why did she write that? Because the thing is, how is your life over because of a job with an employer who raped you, who did all these things to you? And she probably didn't see Sean Combs a lot at that workplace, but still, I don't know if I could have done that, knowing that this dude, did all of these things. So that's weird. So when the job ended, she was like, she wanted to end her life. And the thing is, she should have been like jumping up for joy in saying that she's going to, restart her life, because now that side of her life is gone because, she's no longer working there and she can do away with Sean Combs. And I'm still shocked at the fact that she continued to work for him in the first place. I'm shocked about that. It's weird. So let's see what else they had. Okay, let me see what else we got. This is crazy. This whole case is. It really, truly is. Let's see. So let's see what she's talking about right here. Let's see if the story still is up here. So they ended up dragging Mike Myers in the CIA into an ex-fiend rapper horror show court proceedings. Okay, this is weird. This is crazy, you guys. Man, hold on. Let's see here. Let's see what he talking about. Okay, she said she worked for Mike Myers, as well as Harvey Weinstein's ex-wife, Georgina Chapman, before she was employed by Diddy. Okay. She used to work for Mike Myers, okay? Now she said, listen, this is what she said. She said one of the requests Myers gave her was to set up a private and confidential tour of the CIA by corresponding with Secret Service agents and government officials. She could have did that. I mean, he was doing those movies and stuff, so you just never know. And then, hold on, y'all, excuse me. So the prosecutor, Maureen Comey, also shot down dozens of social media posts still has entered into evidence as having nothing to do with her credibility. Yes, it does. It most definitely does. Okay, because if somebody is beating the shit out of you and you're so afraid of them, and even though she said that you have to do these messages, because he wants you to act like everything is okay. What about when she wasn't with him though? What about when she was away from him permanently? She was still writing him messages like that in 2000, what, 19, 17, 22? Come on now. Right, he most definitely did. I mean, he checked in with fake names at the hotel. And right, those names matched up with the location date stamps that line up with Cassie journals in Maya's timeline. So you said you need location pins to show an enterprise moved women across state lines, critical for the RICO and trafficking counts. So let's see what else going on here. So defense attorney also asked Mia if she ever told Cassie that she should leave Combs. And she said, not in the way I wish I could have. I remember covering for him when he forced me to and feeling terrible about it. However, if I didn't, he would have taken me away from her. Okay. She also said that Cassie and her was very close, but that she was not allowed to tell her the truth about the rapper, whom she referred to on the stand by his nickname, Puff. She said whatever story Puff told her, she had to uphold that. She said one of the worst parts was being put in the middle and having to cover up for Puff to Cass, which he forced me to do constantly. Mia also detailed the lengths that Combs would go through to keep his control, revealing that he even put tracking devices on Cassie's car to keep track of her. So then Mia said, I'm not sure what he's capable of. I was terrified. Okay. So if she was so terrified, why would you write this man messages like that saying I love you and all this stuff years later? It just doesn't add up. It just really doesn't. Let me read a couple of these comments. Somebody said they need to put J-Lo on the stand. Dumb attorneys make it so hard for women to come forward when they've been abused. They make them feel like it was their fault in the first place. Horrible. This is crazy. Somebody said they all are nasty perverts. Everyone in the music, modeling, acting business is evil. That's not true. Everybody in that industry is not evil. Just some people are. Period. Okay? Just some people. Let's see. So I think that's it with everything. Did I cover everything regarding that trial, Jermaine? Let's see if I missed anything. See. I think I got everything. I think I did. It's a lot of stuff they talked about today. So tomorrow, we just said that girl, Bama, she may be one of the people that's testifying tomorrow. All right? Okay. All right. So I think that's it with that one. Talking about the recap of Diddy's trial. And of course, tomorrow, I'll come back and tell you guys another recap. And I can't wait to see what this next witness is, a lady, is going to be saying. That's the one he dangled over the the banister and stuff at a hotel, I believe. And according to some information I looked up, they said that she is the next person. She could be the next person that's going up on the witness stand. All right. So let me go ahead and so y'all tell me in the comment section what do y'all think about this. Do y'all think that Diddy would get a pass or is his ass grass? Let me know. Y'all let me know in the comment section as well. All right. So let me go ahead and tell you guys a couple of breaking news and then we are going to get out of here. It's 10:32 out here on the West Coast, guys. So let me do this. Let me go out here with breaking news. Okay. And let me take a little 2-minute break and then I'll be right back. Let me put this music on while I do that, guys. And I'll be right back, okay? You say he get a pass? Okay. I don't know for sure yet. I got to finish listening to everybody else stuff and then go from there. Okay, I'll be right back, y'all. Hold on.
Yeah, it's real clear.
Not that. Let's
Yo,
go to this one.
turn the lights down low and the drama up. She's late, she's loud, and she live. Woo! You already know who it is. Shades 2, baby. She back again. Mic hot, crowd lit, vibe on 10. Shay walk in like we back again. News, tea, jokes and spins. She don't do small talk, she go in. From the headlines to the comment section. She call names with no correction. You tuned in, don't act brand new. It's late night, baby, she got that view.
Late night with Shay.
She say what she want, then laughs all day. Look on Shay's tube, press replay. You thought I let game, back again.
It's late night with Shay.
She say what she want, then laughs all day. Look on Shay's tube, press replay. You thought I left, nah, I'm back again. Popcorn ready, wig on alert. She dropped one line, then somebody hurt. Talk show queen with a side of roast. She run this thing from coast to coast. Late on purpose, still on time. She hit you with shade, then call it a rhyme. Talk smart, talk slick, talk flame. Say the name right, yeah, late night with shade.
Late night with Shay.
She say what she want, and laughs all day. Look on Shay's tune, press replay. You thought I left, nah, I'm back again.
It's late night with Shay.
She say what she want, and laughs all day. Look on Shay's tune, press replay. You thought I left, nah, I'm back again. That's right. News, drama, laughs, whatever else you feel like. One mic, one queen. Late night with Shay. On Shay's too. She back again.
It's late night with Shay.
Yeah, she say what she want and laughs all day. Live on Shay's too. Press replay. You thought I left, nah, I'm back again.
It's late night with Shay.
She say what she want and laughs all day. Live on Shay's too. Press replay. You thought I left, nah, I'm back again. Yeah.
All right, guys, we are back. Hold on for 1 second. I got to cough again. All right. So anyway, I hope you guys got a chance to stretch your legs because I definitely did. I had to go do something and stuff. So let me go ahead and give you guys a couple of breaking news stories real quick. So regarding Lil Durk, the feds will not seek the you know what penalty in Lil Durk's murder for hire case. And this was noted on hiphopvibe.com. Okay. So they did announce they would not seek the you know what penalty against Chicago rapper Lil Durk in his high profile murder for hire case linked to the 2022 unaliving of Lil Pab Robinson, an affiliate of rival rapper Quando Wando. All right, so he is facing a potential life sentence if he is convicted. Okay. Okay. And Lil Durk, as you already know, he still remains in federal custody at MDC in Los Angeles. All right. So that is some updated information regarding him. And if I get any more information, I will let you guys know. Okay. So Jamie Foxx says Black community has lost a hero in Diddy. And I want you guys to tell me if you agree with that or if you disagree with that. Okay. Let's see here. So Jamie said that Diddy shit is crazy, huh? He said, I don't know if he's going to jail, but he's a nasty MFer. Am I right? Especially for our community. White people is cool, but for black people, like that was our hero. All that GD baby oil. Boy, damn, I thought they were friends. So Jamie Foxx made passing references to Combs' former partner Cassie. Cassie testimony that the rapper asked a male ex-worker to urinate in her mouth before adding, "Why are you so nasty, Diddy? Oh, nasty mother effer." Goodness. Then he joked about Combs' habit of repeating the phrase "take that" on his songs, saying that makes you listen to that differently now. What are we taking? Because I don't know, I don't want any of that. He said, for the black people in here, you know how that hurts us. Because Diddy was, it's all about the Benjamins. That was our whole culture. Now it's all about the baby oil. Okay? Now it's not all about the baby oil for me. And then he said the internet was trying to unalive him. And he said the internet said Puffy tried to unalive him. He said, I know what you're thinking. Did he? And then he said, hell no. I left those parties early. I was out by 9. Okay? He said, because something don't look right, it's slippery in here. He griped about the 1,000 bottles of baby oil that had been recovered at Combs' homes after authorities raided it that in March. In that March. And then once again, he revealed that he suffered a brain bleed that led to a stroke. Okay? And then he made another joke. He said, he joked about going to hell. He said, shit, am I going to the wrong place? Is that Puffy? Okay? And then he said, if it was Puffy, he had a flaming bottle of Johnson. And then he just said, I'm kidding. I'm just kidding. All right. But damn, wasn't Jamie Foxx friends with Diddy before all of this stuff happened? Somebody said, if that's a hero, I don't want to know about an enemy. He's been terrible too and for so many black people. How many people has he forced his way onto? We would never really know. If he's pardoned, then may he never know peace. Where are the children, Combs? What you do in those tunnels? Okay, well, first of all, we don't have proof of that. Okay, that's the first thing. And then out of everything that came up, I still don't see anything about tunnels or kids. Nothing about kids. Tony said I would not say a hero. Okay. And Jermaine said a hero. I don't know about that hero stuff either, man. I never looked up at him as a hero. For real. You said you haven't either. He was friends with the real Jamie Foxx, not this clone. Y'all crazy as hell. This is not a clone. Jamie was at white parties. He also has secrets. He definitely does. Facts. He definitely has some secrets, honey. You know he been to no freak offs. I'm just playing. I don't know that. I'm joking. Joke. Okay, so that's what Jamie was saying. He was making all sorts of damn jokes. So let's see what's going on right here. This woman right here. Let me show you her picture. Let me show y'all real quick. They still getting tired, y'all. Let me show y'all this girl. Okay, so anyway, This mom, who tried to unalive her three kids to make them go to heaven, was comforted by her 5-year-old son, who told her it's going to be all right. The little kids, man, little kids, they are so forgiving. This lady is 23 years old. She's charged with 3 counts of attempted murder and 3 counts of aggravated battery to a child after her 3 children, who are 1, 3, and 5 years old, were found by a tow truck driver outside their Chicago apartment. Now, according to courtroom reporting by WMAQ, let's see, prosecutors said on Saturday that Parker's 1-year-old daughter was spotted by a tow truck driver on Wednesday wearing nothing except a bloody diaper. Damn. Now, according to court documents obtained by local Fox affiliate WILD, the driver, 50-year-old Devon Blank, then reportedly saw Parker leaving the home carrying another one of her children, who was also covered in blood. Stringfellow, that's the guy's name, rushed the family afforded to a nearby hospital. Anyway, this man spoke to local CBS affiliate WBBM about his encounter with Parker, telling the outlet, "She kept screaming like, 'I need help. Help me, my baby. I called the police. They didn't come. So at first, I wasn't going to put them in my truck with the blood, but I threw them all in the truck." Police said that all 3 children had wounds to their wrists and were admitted to the hospital in serious condition on Wednesday. Upon their arrival at the scene, there was reportedly a trail of blood going from the apartment out to the street. Prosecutors stated that Parker allegedly told many police officers, that she stabbed her children and knew that what she did was wrong. Her apparent reason for the alleged attack was the stress of having to care for the children alone. WMAK reported that a nurse and a security guard at the hospital told police that Parker allegedly did it because she had no help. Now, according to WMAQ, Stringfellow, the truck driver, said that Parker's 5-year-old son reportedly attempted to console his mother after the alleged attack, telling her it's going to be all right and not to cry. The same little boy also allegedly told hospital staff that his mother was going to make him go to heaven, prosecutors said. In addition to her alleged attempt to unalive her children, Parker reportedly told police that she also wanted to unalive herself. Anyway, after Parker's court appearance on Saturday, a judge ordered that she be held at Cook County Jail until she goes to trial. Her next court appearance was scheduled for June the 6th. There's definitely a sad story. I don't know why people don't be helping their relatives. If they can, they should make a time to help them, especially if they are going to do, something, or it seems like they are stressed out. It's still no excuse, for this lady to try and unalive her kids, though. Damn. And then somebody said, why does she continue to get pregnant knowing she can't handle them babies? I don't know. Some of these women just don't be thinking. They get with these men, start liking them a lot, falling in love. Next thing you know, there you go. Okay, so I don't think some people just be really thinking. So let's see what this man is saying. Okay, hold on. This is a long book. Oh, this is a lady, actually. So she had PTS. What is that? She had PTSD, right? No. Actually, yes, she did. PTSD, bipolar 2, and anxiety. I always say that crazy. She said she was on medication for all of it, at least 7 different ones. Wow. And then she found out that she was pregnant because a doctor said she couldn't have any children. So they decided to take her off all her medications at once. She ended up in psych care hospital for a week They kept putting her on meds and taking her off meds. She gave birth to a child March 2023 and wasn't on any medication. She said she was so happy. But the happiness did not last. My first flight home, I collapsed from being so tired because my child's father would not help at all. So she ended up being on the floor with her newborn daughter. And then she says the weeks went by, she started to feel indifferent toward her beautiful daughter. She said she didn't want to be around her. When she cried, she couldn't stand it, and she had thoughts about actually hurting her. And then she said she loved her daughter. Okay? So she just said basically, for all of you saying mental illness isn't a real thing, she said she has a story for you. That was a story right there. Okay, but I don't know how people could think that mental illness is not real. It definitely is real. There's a lot of people out here that it really needs to, you know, be evaluated further and also have somebody to supervise them because some of these people are totally nuts. Just to write some books. Somebody says not mental illness, they are dealing with demons. Hmm. But anyway, I do hope she get all the treatment and stuff that she needs, and I hope the kids be okay. And my prayers are for the kids and for the mom too, because I mean, it is plain ridiculous, but definitely for the kids and stuff. And I'm just glad that that truck driver, you know, did what he needed to do because he's probably, one of the primary, not the primary reason, but he plays a good part of making sure, you know, um, he played a good part in them probably not passing on because if he wouldn't have stopped to help, those kids probably would have been unalive. Point blank. Anyway, that was a sad story, and and I feel for the entire family. Period. Okay, let's see what else we got here. So this is Inside Diddy's Carnival of Horror. I'll tell you guys maybe that tomorrow. Diddy, Diddy, Diddy. Let's just say that. Let's see what time is it? It's 1:30, 10:51. Okay. So let's see another article that I have for y'all. Mm. I think that's it. Let me make sure. Hold on. Let's see. What else we got? I think I already told you guys about that. So let me tell y'all about this little poor little child right here. Hold on. This little baby swallowed a button battery. Okay, 16 months old. Okay, let's see here. So they thought he was going to pass on from it. Okay, but he didn't. He was able to um, survive. So this happened on October the 13th, 2023. Okay, let's see. So she said that her little baby, a son, was acting normal. But then she said about 20 to 30 minutes later, he started to get really tired, flush, irritable. He was salivating and coughing. All right. She said he was also acting tired and whining. And she said she thought he must be tired, so she laid him down for a nap. Then she said after a 20-minute nap, his symptoms progressed and black stuff started to come out of his mouth. Dang. And then she started to freak out, so she called her friend, who is a nurse, and she said it sounds like he has swallowed a button battery. So she rushed her baby to the ER. They did an x-ray and saw the battery. It was caught in between the collarbones, and they were not equipped to operate on him at all. So they said the family was joined by Caleb and taken to a bigger hospital where two other doctors attempted to remove the battery. After 9 hours, a third surgeon managed to remove it, but it was touch and go. And though she said they were prepared for the worst, and they thought he wasn't going to make it. She said it felt like I had been punched in the gut, but in my mind, I wasn't accepting that unaliving was his fate. So anyway, after the removal, they were taken to another hospital. When we got into a room, it was a total chaos. There were about 20 medics rushing in, and that's when I began to wonder if my son was going to pass on. Anyway, her son stayed on a ventilator for 6 days, then things took a turn for the better. The little boy continued to make progress, and he lived through this. Okay? So in total, they spent 3 weeks in the hospital where this little boy had physical therapy up to 3 times a day, along with learning how to eat again. Wow. So all of this from a button battery. So if you have a little bitty kids, make sure you're watching them. I didn't even know these little batteries would do all of this. So anyway, he has been back home. He's been home, but he's also been back and forth from hospital from November 2023 to this day. He had to do a procedure where they had to stretch his esophagus so he can swallow easier. Let's see what else they got. So let's see. So they said button batteries, when lodged in the esophagus, create an electrical current which forms hydroxide ions in the water of the patient's tissues. These ions act as a strong base, which then causes a liquidative necrosis of the tissue. This usually starts at the negative pole of the battery, but the longer the battery is in, the more circumferential the injury that can happen. Anyway, they say injuries can go through the walls of the esophagus into structures like the trachea or large blood vessels. Now, she said the injury can continue to worsen even after the battery is removed. And they also stressed that there is usually a follow-up procedure to reassess the area of injury or significant damage is noted of the initial removal. So this little boy has had 28 procedures and another surgery to remove scar tissue. That is crazy. Got to watch those kids for real. And Jermaine said it right there. You got to watch those kids. They put anything in their mouth. I mean, almost anything. Okay, so that's it with breaking news. There's so much news, guys. I can't go over all the news, but I did tell you a few things. And again, thank you so much for tuning in. Don't forget to thumbs up this video if you enjoyed this content tonight. Also, if you are not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe below. And hit that bell notification so you can be notified of any upcoming videos. Make sure you share and leave a comment as well. And thank you guys so much. Let's show those again. That, and that's it. Okay. All right, guys. Let me take this down. Thanks to Jermaine again. Seems like I just did this a few minutes ago because I've been on 3 lives today. Thanks to Jermaine again. Thank you, Jermaine. Tony Dance, thank you so much. Have a good night at work. Powell, Brian, thank you so much for coming by, showing support. You have a good night as well. All right. Everybody in the bushes and everybody watching this replay. Thank you, Black Vigilance TV. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. And just thank you to everybody. All right. All right. It is time to get out here and take all of this down. And don't forget day 15, I think, the Diddy Trial tomorrow. We will recap what happened. And any other breaking news that we need to talk about. Good night, y'all. Have a good day. Excuse me. Good night, y'all. Have a good night and have a good day tomorrow. Okay? Peace out. And see y'all in my next video. We're gonna leave this live tonight with this other song on again, and that's gonna be it. And I'll be heading out. Good night, y'all.
I don't know nothing. Yeah, it's real clear now. Yeah, Micah say I'm the dog, but you bark for clout. Tail wagging on live, just running your mouth. I don't know nothing. Yeah, that much true. Brain offline every time you hit new. Trying to act slick, but you goofy as hell. Got slogans on loop like a broken spell. Repetitive content, you say it with pride. But bro, no bark, no bite, just hide. You the dog, more like a flea. Jump on trends, then beg for a seat. I don't know nothing. Clearly, bruh, that's your whole brand and your whole shtick, huh? Dog with a mic, but no real sound. Loud online, but quiet when found. Your subs just scroll, your views decay. Whole channel look like a throwaway. Micah in the vids like, look at me cook. But it's burnt ass takes and recycled hooks. Trying to be funny, but it's awkward and dry. That dog act tired, go lay down and cry. You make 10 vids off one small clip, stretch nothing for minutes, man, that ain't it. You say I'm the dog, yeah, mud on a leash. Pacing in circles, praying for peace. I don't know nothing, facts that's deep. Every upload feels like a low effort leap. Clickbait king with no real throne. Live stream talk, but dead when alone. Merch weak, bars weaker. Talk like a beast, but your ego cheaper. Say less, post less, do more, doubt it. Micah, we laugh, now we clowning around it. So keep barking, dog, but this ain't your yard. You bit off more than your weak rep can guard. Next time you stream, say it with your chest. I don't know nothing, yeah, we guessed. Game over. Yeah, we guessed. Yeah, Emma. Micah in the vids. Hey, New bird, little bird, then you're weaker. You next time you stream, say it with your chest. I don't know nothing. Yeah, we guessed. Game over. Yeah. You the dog, more like the flea. Jump on trends. Open mic, but no real sound. Loud online, but quiet when found. Your subs just scroll, your views decay. Whole channel look like a throwaway. Mike got in the live. Look, grind your grind and your weak rap. Yeah. Next time you stream, say it with your chest. I don't know nothing.
I don't know nothing.
Yeah, we guessed.
We
Game
guessed.
over.
Yo, turn the lights down low and the drama up. She's late, she's loud, and she live. Woo! You already know who it is. Shades 2, baby. She back again. Mike hot, crowd lit, vibe on 10. Shay walk in like we back again. News, tea, jokes and spins. She don't do small talk, she go in. From the headlines to the comment section. She call names with no correction. You tuned in, don't act brand new. It's late night, baby, she got that view.
Late night with Shay.
She say what she want, then laughs all day. Live on Shay's tube, press replay. You thought I let game, back again.
It's late night with Shay.
She say what she want, then laughs all day. Live on Shay's tube, press replay. You thought I left, nah, I'm back again. Popcorn ready, wig on alert. She dropped one line, is somebody hurt? Talk show queen with a side of roast. She run this thing from coast to coast. Late on purpose, still on time. She hit you with shade, then call it a rhyme. Talk smart, talk slick, talk flame. Say the name right, yeah, late night with Shay.
It's late night with Shay.
She say what she want, and laughs all day. Live on Shay's tube, press replay. You thought I left, nah, I'm back again.
It's late night with Shay.
She say what she want, and laughs all day. Live on Shay's tube, press replay. You thought I left, nah, I'm back again. That's right. News, drama, laughs, whatever else you feel like. One mic, one queen. Late night with Shay. On Shay's tube, she back again.
It's late night with Shay.
Yeah, she say what she want and laughs all day. Live on Shay's tube, press replay. Now you thought I left, nah, I'm back again.
It's late night with Shay.
She say what she want and laughs all day. Live on Shay's tube, press replay. Now you thought I left, nah, I'm back again. Yeah. Yo, turn the lights down low and the drama up. She's late, she's loud,